I'm in my kitchen today because a lot of you guys have interest in preserving food and gardening, and so I just wanted to chat with you about what I've been up to and really what I've been thinking about in regards to preserving food and making things homemade. Hey friends, Liz here with Full and Fulfilled. Thanks for tuning in to today's video. I appreciate you being here. You know, when I was a child, it was so fun for me to have my mom make chocolate chip cookies, and it was such a treat because, you know, she worked a full-time job and we didn't have a lot of income growing up. And so I remember when she would make a full batch of chocolate chip cookies, and they wouldn't last long because I was a family of 5 and we loved my mom's homemade chocolate chip cookies. And the reason I'm starting this video talking about that is I think that we probably all have some experiences of maybe our grandma and grandpa or our parents or somebody in our life, maybe a neighbor that would make homemade things and they just tasted so good. And so I'm really going back to my roots and finding out what I truly value in life. And one of those things now is a slower paced life, because our world is really wild and fast-paced and all of those things. And so I'm really just trying to be really intentional every single day, whether it be the first hour in the morning, just to have a slower pace morning or just time to reflect. One of those things I started incorporating was making homemade bread and homemade food. So I find myself not buying, you know, packaged food because I'm eating starch solutions. So I am eating natural food, starches and vegetables, but I'm buying, if I'm making anything with a lot of ingredients, I buy ingredients to make my food. So I won't go buy a loaf of bread at the grocery store. I make sure that I have water, salt, flour, and those ingredients in order to make sourdough bread or a loaf of bread that has yeast in it, whatever kind of bread that you're making. And I give you this example because we do live in this fast-paced world, and so it's easy just to pick and grab, and I understand time is so valuable, and not every person is going to be in this place where I am, but because of that, you have to find what works for you and what you really want in this life. And so for me right now, in this present moment, I am slowing down. I'm making homemade food from fresh ingredients, and that is what I'm fulfilling my body with Starch Solution guidelines. And when I say guidelines, it's really just my lifestyle. It's not even something I really even think about anymore. This is just how I eat. This is our food. This is my food. And so John Mcdougall talks about that a lot of time, that like, find what is your food, and that's the food that you eat. You know, I think about it, and it's like, that seems so simple, but we have so many things outside or things that we can pick off the shelf that may have some added oil or added fats or all like things that we can't even pronounce anymore. And so right now in this current state, I am focusing on making homemade food that nourishes my body and also preserving food for a later date. So currently I have pears, and I will show you them, but I have so many pears. So like, I'm doing some research and finding out how can I preserve these pears for a later time and ways to keep their freshness, and am I going to can them? Am I going to dehydrate them? Am I going to freeze dry them? There's just so many options. So that for me is one thing that I'm doing in my life right now is slowing down and really having fun with food in a different element. And so I'm still keeping my ingredients and the things that I make super simple, but I'm having fun exploring how to preserve food. And it's just for me a learning process, but also there will be so many benefits at a later date to enjoy these fresh summer pears or peaches that I've canned for later. And so it's just really fun. So I hope that this video inspires you to find something that you can do to slow down life a little bit, something that will fulfill you in a different way, and just really take the opportunity to enjoy life's small moments, and we each get to decide what that looks like. So these are some local pears that I got. I am growing pears, but I don't nearly have this many, and so I will preserve these pears so many different ways. So here I made homemade mango salsa. I got the mangoes from my bulk ordering. I will link it below. And I just put this together and it is going to taste so amazing. I also took some fresh cherries and I made cherry pie filling. All starch solution approved. It does have a little bit of sugar, but usually sugar is not our problem. Then I took some local figs and I made fig jam with really little sugar. Fig jam is so easy to make with just little sugar. So I'm really enjoying fig jam and we'll be able to all winter. I also have to show you my fresh sourdough bread that I love to make. You know, this bread, I don't eat a ton of bread. I sometimes get comments from some people on my channel that like, you eat a lot of bread. And I enjoy making the bread probably more than I actually do eating it. It's just so amazing that you can make fresh bread and enjoy it and fulfill your body with yummy bread. And how I store it, I put it on parchment paper and I actually store it in a bag like this, and then I put it in my little bread bowl. So here it is in my bread bowl. I'll link below, and I just put the top on and it stores. I hope you enjoyed this video. I would love a thumbs up if you enjoyed, and also subscribe to my channel for more videos coming your way all around starch solution, homesteading, preserving food, and just all the things that keep me full and fulfilled. I'll see you next time.